She is the thief! She stole my watch! I didn't steal it. Take her away now!
Someone already knows the truth.
Denise Carter had cleaned 412 rooms this month. She knew the number because she counted everything now, hours, dollars, minutes until her son's bus arrived. Single mom, night shift, the Regency Grand Hotel. Her son Malik was 7, asleep by the time she left for work, still asleep when she got home. She kissed his forehead in the dark and never woke him. The pay wasn't much, but it was steady, and steady was everything when you were raising a boy alone in a city that didn't slow down for anyone. Room 1408 was her last stop that night. A penthouse suite, occupied by a woman named Vivian Ashford, wife of a shipping magnate, known on the guest list for demanding extra pillows and never once saying thank you. Denise didn't mind. She'd learned not to expect thank yous. She just did the work, quietly, thoroughly, the way her own mother had taught her, because a job done with pride was still a job done with pride, even if nobody was watching. Under the edge of the bed, half buried in the carpet, Denise found something glinting, a watch, gold, heavier than anything she'd ever held. She turned it over. Diamonds ringed the face. Whoever owned this could probably buy the hotel outright. She didn't think twice. She wrapped it in a cloth, tucked it into her cart, and radioed the front desk immediately. Found item, room 1408, bringing it down now. That was the rule. That was the only way she knew how to work. But when she reached the lobby, Vivian Ashford was already there, mascara streaked, voice shaking with rage. "She stole my husband's watch," Vivian said, pointing at Denise before Denise had even opened her mouth. "I saw her pocket something in my room." The lobby went silent. Every guest, every bellhop, every set of eyes turned toward the woman holding a hotel-issued rag and a cart full of cleaning supplies. Denise held out the watch. "I was bringing it to you right now." Vivian didn't blink. "That's convenient." Security escorted Denise to a back office before she could explain further. The manager on duty, a nervous man named Curtis, wouldn't meet her eyes. "Corporate policy," he kept saying. "We have to suspend you pending investigation." Denise sat in a metal folding chair, still in her uniform, hands folded in her lap so they wouldn't shake. She thought about Malik. About rent due in 9 days. About the fact that a woman's word had outweighed hers in less than 30 seconds, without a single question asked. "I called it in," Denise said quietly. "Check the radio log. I reported it before I even reached the lobby." Curtis shifted uncomfortably. "We'll review everything, Ms. Carter. For now, you're suspended without pay." She walked out into the parking lot at 2 a.m., past the loading dock where she used to eat her lunch alone, past the fountain out front that guests photographed and she'd scrubbed 100 times. For the first time in years, she let herself cry in the car before starting the engine. What nobody in that lobby knew was that the Regency Grand had one owner who still watched everything, Julius Reyes, a man who'd inherited the company but insisted on reviewing security footage himself once a month, an old habit from when he ran his first single motel with his mother 30 years earlier. When his assistant flagged the incident report, Julius pulled the footage from room 1408 personally. He watched Denise find the watch. Watched her radio it in immediately, watched the timestamp, nearly 4 minutes before Vivian Ashford ever reached the lobby. Then he watched an earlier clip from that same evening, a man, not Vivian's husband, leaving room 1408 at midnight, and Vivian removing the watch herself before he arrived, hiding it under the mattress in a panic when she heard a knock at the door. Julius sat back in his chair. He knew exactly what had happened. Vivian hadn't lost the watch. She'd hidden evidence of an affair, then blamed the first vulnerable person in her path to cover the story. The next morning, Julius Reyes walked into the Regency Grand Lobby for the first time in 2 years. Staff froze. He asked for Denise Carter by name. Curtis stammered that she'd been suspended. Reinstate her. Today. With back pay, Julius said, loud enough for the same lobby that had watched her walked out in shame. Then he asked that Vivian Ashford be brought down as well. When she arrived, composed and irritated at the summons, Julius simply played the footage on the lobby's front desk monitor, the midnight visitor, the watch hidden under the mattress, timestamps clear as day. Vivian's face went white. She left without another word, and the hotel quietly ended her family's standing reservation. Julius turned to Denise, who stood stunned near the elevators. "My mother cleaned rooms for 20 years so I could stand here," he said. "I know exactly what it costs a woman to do this job with dignity. You're not just reinstated. You're head of housekeeping, starting Monday, if you'll have it." Denise didn't remember driving home that night. She remembered walking into Malik's room and sitting on the edge of his bed until he stirred awake, confused to see her there so early. "Everything okay, Mama?" he asked, rubbing his eyes. She smoothed his hair back and smiled, really smiled, for the first time in what felt like months. "Everything's more than okay, baby." 6 months later, Denise stood in the same lobby, now in a manager's blazer instead of a cleaning uniform, training 3 new housekeepers on the same rule she'd always followed: report everything, protect your name, work like someone's watching even when no one is. Because someone always is. Sometimes it's a hidden note under a plate. Sometimes it's a camera nobody remembers is there. But the truth has a way of finding the people who never stopped doing right, even when the world assumed the worst of them first.